Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you are watching the station identification of one of Wayland City's resident YouTubers. Live in the basement. This is not MTV's remote control. And he is not Ken Ober. God rest Ken Ober's soul. This is WEML-TV, Channel 77. And now here's your host, New Bedford, Massachusetts' own, Mr. Eric M. Lima.
Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer. Hey, everyone. Praise the Lord. And somebody call my mama, because this is my YouTube CBS channel vlog show of WEML-TV, Channel 77, in which there's ordinary, and there's me, the host of the show, Mr. Eric Lima. What's going on, everybody? This is episode 552 of the show, 9/14/2021, September 14, 2021, and it's 10:51 p.m. What is happening to you all out there? And I gotta tell you, it's been craziness in professional wrestling this year, especially this month alone. Has been craziness in professional wrestling and sports entertainment. You know, Adam Cole, Daniel Bryan, aka now Bryan Danielson, jumping over to AEW from the WWE or NXT, and it will be something to behold. And now the WWE has a lot of changes happening here as well. As you know, tonight was the launch of the new season of NXT, now known as NXT 2.0. Once they put up a render of that logo, I am going to use that logo as part of the thumbnail. I do have the thumbnail of do have the render logo of the new NXT logo, but didn't add 2.0 until the last moment. So I gotta tell you, this is gonna be something else, and this it's history in the making, folks. I gotta tell you, this NXT 2.0 has been history in the making. If you have not seen it, I suggest you go see it. Go see it, please. And once it streams on Peacock as well, or any other wrestling stream thing. You never know. And the blessing of having a wrestling stream site is you can go, whatever you missed, you can go back and watch. That's why I always do it with NXT. So because I have band rehearsal on Tuesdays, and I don't get out until around 8 o'clock or 8:15. It all depends. My mother likes to take so long because she's now the band leader. But anyways, so let's talk about NXT 2.0. Craziness, as you talk about history in the making. This is really good. All right, let's start over to 8:30. The one that I missed, the first half hour of NXT. Tommaso Ciampa, in fact, all the Fatal 4-Way competitors cut a promo about, But then after LA Knight's promo, he was interrupted by a newcomer to NXT, Braun Breaker, which, come to find out, he is the son of one of the tag team legends in professional wrestling, Rick Steiner, one half of the Steiner brothers, nephew of Scott Steiner. He says, I want to make an impact, I want to make a name for myself. And then LA Knight goes, go out to that ring, I'll show you. So it kicked off with LA Knight going one-on-one with Braun Breaker, and Braun Breaker picked up a victory in his first match over LA Knight, who was later on going to contend for the NXT title. Because as you know, before NXT 2.0 went on the air, Monday night, yesterday, Samoa Joe announced that due to an injury, he is unable to compete until he's relinquishing the NXT Championship. And then William Regal made that Fatal 4-Way match, which was originally a number one contenders match, now for the exact NXT Championship. So LA Knight lost in an upset to Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker was congratulated by everybody in the back in the NXT locker room, the Inspiring Stars, including Zion Quinn. And I tweeted, they have Zion Quinn and Braun Breaker team up. Look out. And Zion Quinn, thanks for liking my tweet, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate it, Mike. I know you're from down under, so if we could get that in there, because I like Australian accents, and the catchphrase is pretty funny. The only thing I don't like about Australia, those crazy insects they have, man. I heard them spiders about this big, man, Don't get me so much started with insects. I have arachnophobia. Well, Imperium made their appearance in a tag team matchup against the team of Josh Briggs and another newcomer, Brooks Jensen. And these two big hosses, if I look at Josh Briggs and Brooks Jensen, they give off a little bit of Cade Murdoch vibe as that team. But in the end, Imperium did win the matchup. And then Hit Row had a promo with B-Fab. B-Fab making her in-ring debut on NXT 2.0 against Katrina Cortez, the masked luchadora, all the way from Chile, I think. B-Fab did pick up the victory with a neck breaker as finishing maneuver over Katrina. But then she grabbed the microphone along with Hit Row and started trash talking Legado del Fantasma. Legado del Fantasma comes out. Electra Lopez starts talking, and B-Fab says, "Let's go," but Santos Escobar held everybody back and said, "Hey, we'll wait." And so, but then Odyssey Jones, Cameron Grimes, and Johnny Gargano, part of the wedding party, were getting ready for the wedding. And then Austin Theory has made his return. He says he brought a priest. I'm like, what? And it was Damian Priest, and Johnny Gargano says, he's not exactly what's his real name. He looks at Austin Theory, he ain't lying. Hey, I'm just here for the party, man. And when Austin Theory went to go like this, he goes, "What? Not now." And then they hugged, like, yeah, the way is back, and they were having so much fun. So, and they're talking about champagne, man. It was like they're pleasantly talking. It was really a fun occasion. It was a lovely occasion. The wedding's going to be going on. And then Carmelo Hayes, Samantha Urban interviewed Carmelo Hayes. Well, he's debuted a new friend, Trick Williams, his new ally. And it seems like then Trick Williams says, "Hey, what's with the humble stuff? We're done playing around." And Carmelo Hayes goes, "You're right, yeah." And then Duke Hudson came out because he got lucky in the tournament and all that. He shoves both men aside, and then Trick Williams is like, "Heck no." Heck no. He comes in and starts attacking Duke Hudson, starts jumping him, and then both men attack Duke Hudson. If I were Duke Hudson, get a partner, man. Duke Hudson ran his mouth one too many times. Always Trick Williams faced him. So 3 debuts already. So, JC Jane and Gigi Dolan were talking to Mandy Rose and said, it's the brand new Mandy Rose. What they're talking about? They'll find out. Team KC, Caden Carter and Casey Catanzaro took on the team of JC Jane and Gigi Dolan. The match was going great until apparently Mandy Rose, under a hoodie, attacked both Carter and Catanzaro, giving Team KC to win by disqualification. And then the hoodie came off, and it was Mandy Rose. Folks, she went brunette. She dyed her hair brunette. She looked gorgeous as a brunette. I mean, I was like, what? Are you talking about, the shock, because, the WWE, male brass, like all the cute blonde girls or something like that. But now, Mandy Rose went brunette. I'm like, and shows a new aggressive side to her. And as they were fighting on Connor and Catanzaro, Saray has had enough, even the sides. And then during that matchup, though, Pete Dunne and Rich Holland attacked Kyle O'Reilly until a big, tall, blonde dude came and saved them. We don't know who that was. I didn't know who that was at the time. But then they had the 6-woman tag. Then it turned into a 6-woman tag as Saray and Mandy Rose joined the fray. And it was a hard-fought match, but then Mandy Rose her team did win. Mandy Rose, Gigi Dolan, JC Jane. So it'll be very interesting to see how that develops in the women's division to come. Indy Hot Rod, Candice LeRae, and Cora Jade and Persia Parada were getting ready for the wedding, and Candice LeRae wants Cora Jade to not wear her hat to the ring. Although Persia Parada is pretty cute. Rich Holland went one-on-one with Drake Maverick. Well, we know who won that one. Rich Holland, without even breaking a sweat. And it looks like he was mentoring Grayson Waller at the time. So Drake Maverick was on Raw. Now he's on NXT. Maverick gets around. I'll tell you what, Drake Maverick gets around, man. I'll tell you what, I like Drake. And plus, he's got a hot wife, too. You gotta admit, Drake Maverick's done all right for himself. And then Mackenzie Mitchell interview with William Regal about announcement says that since Kyle O'Reilly got attacked, he's not medically cleared to compete in that fatal 4-way, but there will still be a fatal 4-way. The man who saved Kyle O'Reilly from being brutally injured was Von Wagner. That's right. And looks like another debut in NXT 2.0. Looks like some of these guys are ready. In fact, Von Wagner is Cal Bloom, the son of Wayne Bloom, who was one half of the Beverly Brothers. 2 second-generation superstars made their debut on NXT. And then Mackenzie Mitchell did interview Tommaso Ciampa about the change, and there's only one thing's for sure. Tommaso Ciampa's turn to get reunited with Goldie. That's what he wanted. Then the Creed brothers of the Diamond Mine, Julius and Brutus Creed, made their debut against Dan Jarman and Trevor Skelly. And guess who wins the match? The Creed brothers. Then Malcolm Bliss introduced the newest member, another debut, TV debut, for Ivy Nile, who she is now the newest member of the Diamond Mine. Then Kushida finally interrupts him and says, "Hey, I'm ready for you, Roderick Strong." And then Malcolm Bliss suggested next week, Cruiserweight title on the line. That's going to be a whole lot of fun. A newcomer with a vignette, Tony D'Angelo, will be coming to NXT pretty soon. He talks about, being in Chicago and, when the money is in NXT. And it's going to be very interesting to see how Tony D'Angelo handles things. Then Dexter Lumis was getting ready for the wedding, which he looked styling, and he's got some serious drip. If I were Seth Rollins, I'd be challenging Lumis who has some serious drippage. Dude was in the gold suit and he looks great. Then the fatal 4-way NXT Championship was on the line. Pete Dunne, LA Knight, the debuting Von Wagner and Tommaso Ciampa. I'll tell you what, these 4 gentlemen went at it. Von Wagner stepped up to the plate, and it would have been more of a banger if O'Reilly was in the matchup, but Von Wagner making his debut, and Tommaso Ciampa ends up being reunited with Goldie. Goldie and Ciampa reunited, and it feels so good. Then the Index wedding will start to happen. Zoe Stark and Io Shirai, the women's tag team champions. Io Shirai looks breathtaking in a beautiful dress, and Ember Moon arrived, and then she started talking about what's going to happen at the wedding, and they're making side bets. I'm like, good Lord, here we go. Then the wedding was happening. Johnny Gargano walked Indy Hartwell to the ring, and it had so much fun. The priest was like, okay, who has, did the old wedding stick? Who has the ring? And then they're all looking at Austin Theory. Where's the ring, silly? No, Austin Theory's pretty funny. And then Ike Manjiro held up the coat and said, I got the rings. I'm like, oh, good Lord. It's even funnier. Yeah, Ike Manjiro with his flashy suits, man. It's hilarious. I thought this is great. It was the most entertaining wedding I've ever seen. And then they exchange bows, and he goes, nope. He goes, okay, since we're how about exchanging vows? So Indy did a beautiful vow to Dexter Lumis, and he goes, Dexter, you have anything to say? He gives. No. Johnny Gargano. Who gives this, by the way? I'm me, Johnny Gargano, Johnny Takeover, Johnny Wrestling, and Ken is like, cut it out. I'm John Gargano. To say I, and then Ken is like, right, say it, do. I do. It was hilarious. She's trying to, are you sure? Yes. And then they did the beautiful vow, like I said. Indy Hartwell made something beautiful, and then Dexter Lumis is like, and the priest is like, are you gonna say something? Well, listen, this is a wedding, she poured out her heart to you, man. You're gonna stay there. And then all of a sudden, Dexter Lumis choked out the priest, choked out the referee. And I'm like, what are you doing, man? The guy's gonna do the wedding. And I'm like, oh, good Lord. And then all of a sudden, like, Beth Phoenix comes up. She goes, she had a feeling this was going to happen. I think she remembered what Kane did to the priest during Edge and Lita's wedding, so to speak. Maybe Edge must have educated Beth Phoenix and this happened when me and Lita were about to get married, I think, suggestion. And she said she took online classes to become an ordained minister. I'm like, oh, Beth Phoenix an ordained minister? I went way back, like, oh, Dalton. It was so funny. And she goes, and she has, Dex, do you take Dexter as your lawful husband? And Indy goes, I do. And then Indy, she asked the question to Dexter Lumis about Indy, but then she goes, I take that as a yes, but then he goes, I'm like, wait a minute, you gotta talk? Dexter Lumis goes, what? Dude, yeah! He spoke the words! I go, I squeeze. Dexter Lumis spoke, send for the man! It was great! I mean, and then, alright, do you want to cut to the chase? Andre Chase, the idiot! Anybody, what the priest did, before the priest got choked out by Dexter Lumis, he asked if anybody should not let these two people get married, let them speak out forever, hold their peace, and then Dexter Lumis opened up his coat as an axe, everybody's like, nope, we ain't gonna say anything. It was great. But then, and it was cut to the chase. He said, did anybody say Andre Chase? I'm like, oh, God, no, not it. This could be a less Odyssey Jones went, boom, sound, yay! It was great. This wedding was hilarious. From start to finish. It was an entertaining wedding. And she goes, and did the ring. All right, and when it's State Power invested in me online, I pronounce you husband and wife. You may now kiss your bride. The wedding went out on the hedge. Nobody objected. No attacks happened. Just people being goofy and having fun, and it was a great wedding. Let me tell you, NXT 2.0, man. Let me tell you, it was something else to behold. It was great. What a wedding it was. Dexter Lumis finally spoke 2 words. I do. Send for the man. It was great. It was great. I loved the wedding, man. That's probably the most entertaining wrestling wedding. Probably the smoothest wedding. Probably the smoothest contract. Looks like WWE's changed things up a little bit. Smoothest contract on SmackDown, and we get the smoothest wedding ever. It was a beautiful thing, man. It was a beautiful, beautiful thing. But what do you take away from this? Mandy Rose gone brunette. The wedding went awesome, and a lot of debuts happened. So this is a huge, huge thing for the brand new version of NXT. We'll see what happens. I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what's going on. Oh Lord, it's going to be a whole lot of fun. Well, tomorrow is AEW Dynamite. Tomorrow is Whammy Mania. Wednesday means I'm going to be pressing my luck. I'll be defending my 3-time 2019 PYL title, and then you got the 80s version, which I have not won in quite a while, so I've been doing pretty well. And then AEW Dynamite, you got the season finale of Press Your Luck. I'm hoping it gets renewed for another season on ABC. I'm looking forward to that. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Guys, have a wonderful day. It's NXT Event Center for the 14th 2021. Until next episode, peace, love, and bless out. I will see you on the next episode. That will be 5:53. Good night, everybody, and see ya.